Hey YouTube. Today I want to do something a little different. In honor of Tom Hanks' 54th birthday, I wanted to spotlight my top 5 favorite films starring Tom Hanks. I remember seeing Tom Hanks in 1980, I believe, starring in a low-budget horror film, He Knows You're Alone. Uh, not a whole lot of screen time, and who knew what it would lead to. Then I remember seeing him on the television sitcom Bosom Buddies, where he starred as a young man trying to make it in New York without much money, so he had to dress up like a woman to stay at a women's hotel for women. He continued to make a lot of 80s comedies, memorable 80s comedies, and then he seemed to really refine his craft by the early 90s, which, won him back-to-back Oscars for Philadelphia and Forrest Gump. I really like Tom Hanks. I think he's a versatile actor. He's certainly had several memorable performances, so it wasn't easy picking the top 5. So I based it on films that I've watched repeatedly and I found memorable, that I've come to cherish, and that have brought me lots of enjoyment. So without further ado, let's get to the films because I seem to be rambling on. And these are in order from 5 to 1, with my fifth favorite Tom Hanks film being Big. Alright, this film is hilarious. I remember everybody in school after the weekend, and everybody had seen it, talking about the memorable scene, of course, with the keyboard and the dance. What I didn't know is that Tom Hanks had been nominated for a Best Actor Academy Award, and of course he lost out to it. But this is really, I think, whenever you mention Tom Hanks, people always think of, I think the majority of people would think of Big. Great film. My pick number 4 is A League of Their Own. I think this is just an all-out, fantastic, one of the best baseball films that I've seen, and certainly it really educated me. I had never known that there was an all-women's baseball league. From the same people who brought you Big here, got a lot of memorable moments. Tom Hanks stars as a down-and-out ex-baseball all-star who was given another chance at reviving his career by coaching an all-women's baseball league. It takes place in the 40s. Just so many memorable scenes in this, and like I said, Tom Hanks is just hilarious. My pick for number 3 is Forrest Gump. I mean, there's really not much I can say about this. I'm sure everybody's seen this. It's just a phenomenal film, all-star cast. Hanks gives one of his best performances. Of course, it won him his second Oscar. It's just a great film. My second pick is The Green Mile. Now, I'm not sure if this is really my favorite film because of Tom Hanks acting in it. It's just one of my favorite films that happens to star Tom Hanks. Actually, it's Michael Clarke Duncan that makes the film for me. And it's not anybody in particular. And of course, besides Duncan, and of course the story, based on a Stephen King novel. It's just an excellent film. Again, Tom Hanks does star in it, and he does a great job. But it's mostly for Duncan and the story. Great film. My number 1 pick is, of course, this Toy Story franchise. I'm just grouping them all together. More specifically, I do believe Toy Story 3 to be the best of the series. Having recently seen it, I enjoyed it the most. But I certainly don't turn my nose up at 1 and 2. They're just as enjoyable. You think of Tom Hanks, you do think of Woody. They're as being one in the same. I mean, I really credit Tom Hanks with helping put Pixar on the map, you know, this being one of their first feature films, if not their first feature film. This is just enjoyable for the whole family. I mean, I never tire of watching this film. It just takes me back to my childhood, and you know, the way you cherish you know, your favorite things. It was just an all-out fantastic film, and I really think one of Tom Hanks' most enduring films. And that's it. Comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and also let me add, I'd like to know what y'all think, what you all would pick for your top 5 Tom Hanks picks. Like I said, comment or do it in a video response. I really find it interesting. So that's about all I have. Do stay tuned. I do have an update video on what I picked up this week coming up, and then I'll check y'all later.